See if we can get a fish here before the sun sets. I had to motivate myself to go live, but I'm here now. Better late than never. Throwing a crankbait. I keep saying I'm done throwing this thing, but you know what? It's been working. This is the first pole I can grab. Made it that much easier for me to at least try to fish here. On the pedal boat, I haven't been on this thing in a minute. Been letting it drift. In fact, I was going to use the kayak, but I saw this thing was actually floating back to the bank, so I was able to get onto it. It was too calm not to be actually on the water. Haley, same here. I was fighting that feeling not to, but now that I'm doing it, it's actually, I'm glad I'm throwing a line for a little bit here. Trying to see if we can get an evening bass here. Before I make my chocolate chip cookies. So I reward myself for our soccer game being canceled because we don't have enough players. Yo, Mike, it's too early in the stream for that, but that's pretty damn funny. That was pretty good. That made me laugh. Brought the bug sprays just in case bugs want to act a fool out here. I got a long sleeve hoodie on because I wasn't even messing around. Went fishing yesterday. What a day we had. What a day we had. I was more or less just the net guy, but holy cow. My boy did work yesterday. It's one of those things like you're really, 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 really happy, but you're also just jealous. I had every right reason to be because I was catching these dink of croakers while he's slaying black drum and redfish. Nice, Scooter. Congrats. You might be onto something, Mike. I'm throwing what has worked for me. This guy has done most of the heavy lifting for me. I said I wasn't going to use it anymore. I was going to give it the proper send off But here we are throwing it at 7:08 on a Wednesday. Dark, you're right. But his fish was a 24-inch red drum that was a keeper and a 18-inch black drum. So, I mean, fish is a fish, but it definitely did not compare. What's even more funny was we both were wearing camera, wearing GoPro chesty mount. And if not for me having the 360 sitting in the fishing rod holder, it would have never captured the footage at all. Which I don't know why my camera was not recording. It was a very, very rookie mistake, but that's why you have multiple cameras shooting. Ooh, fish already on, man. This is nice. All right, we got a fish here. Small little bass. Way to start this off though. Not mad about it. That's the only thing about this paddle, but there's not much room to work with. You gotta be very tight with your movement here. All right, bro. Let me put this in the fishing rod holder for a second, and then we can tend to the fish. So many things happening. All right, I got you, man. I got you. All right, this makes up for me not wanting to fish earlier. Not a big one, but it is one. All right, bro. Don't splash me. My finger's not. Nice little send off. All right, one fish at what? 10 minutes into this, so let's try this again. Let's see how many fish I can catch here with an hour. All right, I'll fix that. Make sure I ain't going cross-eyed. I like it. I'm waiting for that PB back here. They've gotten bigger, but that one's definitely smaller than what I've been catching. What's nice about this crankbait is I've caught some decent crappie with it as well. Make sure my drag ain't too loose. I don't know if anyone's weird like me, but I get those Toll House baked cookies, chocolate chip. Has to be chocolate chip, nothing else. Anything else just won't work. It's a 12-pack, but I only make 3. Like, 3 is like the perfect number. Too few, you ain't satisfied. 4 just make you feel like a big bag. Very unnecessary. And again, with a nice glass of milk, I can enjoy any TV show before I go to bed. It's my only guilty pleasure at night. All right, come on now. Let's not get all tangled up here. There's no alligator sightings neither, so that's good. I'm just getting tangled on. Just whatever. It's whatever. I don't even know why that's even on there. That's real. Sorry. What's happening is I was trying to fix my line only to get tangled up elsewhere. Alright, we're good now. Maybe a fish might be on there. Alright, appreciate the likes, y'all. Y'all coming on strong, so I appreciate the support. Where am I going? The steering on this thing still is garbage, but it works. It works. Only thing I'm disappointed is somebody did break off one of my fishing rod holders. Found that on the ground. What's gonna probably end up happening is I'm gonna drag this into the backyard because people don't know how to take care of things that you leave out for them to use. Try to do something nice for the neighborhood. Where's that next bass lurking at? It's actually pretty quiet out here. Surprised not more fish jumping around. So I got one fish in the first like 10 minutes. Largemouth bass. I'm fishing off this pedal boat that I keep around the pond. This is just neighborhood backyard pond, right behind the fence. Ooh, a fish. Was that a fish that just jumped in front of me, or was that a turtle? Let me try to get by this. Let me get a little bit closer to the bank here. on now, fish. Ooh, fish on again. Fish on. Fish on. Like I said, man, crappie. That is what's up. That's a nice size crappie too. Hey, they love this crankbait for whatever reason. Let me just get one hook out. Let me get the other one out without it being a scene here. All right. Whoa, whoa. Let me get this hole right here. Stay put. I gotta take a picture. I keep forgetting I have my other phone with me. Snap. Gotta document the process. All right, y'all, that's fish number 2 in 20 minutes. Almost fell out of the boat. I wonder if this can go. Nope, can't do that. All right, crappie. Gotta get my phone off. That's 2, y'all. Bass and a crappie. Let's get another one. That was a nice size crappie, though. I ain't gonna front. I fix my seat in this chair. All right. Trying to get myself situated here. Make sure nothing's tangled. All right, let's get back to business here. Phone clean. Get myself turned around here. 10 likes, appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the stream like that. We're working on fish number 3 here. I caught a catfish every 2 days ago on another fish. Well. What do we have here? Another crappie. All right, I like that. I like it when you do that self-release. All right, bro. Let me fix this so it's not a problem later on. Because things will get tangled. I'll forget. Let's put you in the water for right now. That's a smaller one, though. Smaller crappie. I'm telling you, they love this crank. Oh, splashing water all over me. Can I pick you up? This dude's slimy for no reason. All right, I'm just gonna do best. That's how you do it. See you later, buddy. That's 3. Can we get 4 now? Again, what's crazy was I was not even gonna go live and fish. I was gonna eat dinner and just call it quits. And usually I go live every day in the morning and the afternoon. But today just was busy. It was busy. But here we are, 3 fish under 25 minutes. I think the most I've ever caught have been maybe 4 back here in an hour. It's very subtle too. It's like it's not necessarily a big fish, but catching up is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Like I said, this crankbait, man, I might just have to order some extra ones just because it's been everything. All right, let's see here. Oh my God. Gnats. Working on fish number 4 here. Fish number 4. I'm gonna have to hit the bug spray here shortly. Yeah. Man, let me reel this in, and then I gotta douse myself with some spray. The gnats are starting to show up. It's just weird. They weren't a problem like 5 minutes ago. All right, I gotta take my Wild Japan. It's going all right. 2 bass, not big bass, but a decent sized crappie, and then another smaller crappie that I caught. God, choking now. I'm choking. All right, let's put this thing down for a second. Not gonna wear. But we caught, yeah, three fish. No, never scared. Nervous, but not scared. And plus, I don't see them, so I'm assuming they're where they need to be, at least for the evening. They were out earlier today, so we're good. There has not been an alligator sighting since I've been out here, and we're good with that. I'm a little more nervous if I'm on a kayak. I feel like I'm a little more exposed. But, you know. It hasn't been a problem yet. Mother Nature tends not to bother you if you don't bother it. So that's what I do when I'm fishing here. I try to stay out of their way. Unless they're blocking the path I'm trying to walk to, then I gotta like improvise with trying to like getting them to move back into the water. mean, there's gotta be a reason for me to scream. But like I said, they don't really, they're really not the problem. Alligators don't damage my boat. Middle schoolers do. So, yeah. It's nothing fancy. Something I picked up locally. So this is this thing is called like the swim beetle bee or something like that. But it's like a tandem paddle boat. Let's see. I'll just flip this around. And like I have a little steering right here on my side here for steering. I added like 3 fishing rod holders here. Where they at? Trying to drop my phone here, but there were 3, but one fell off. I picked this up for free. And it's worked really well. It can be a little cramp. I don't like it like throwing a bait caster on here. Like that's a little. Sometimes I'll stand up on it. Fishing's been great. Caught 3 fish so far. I've caught 2 crappies with this crankbait here. It's by Strike King. I picked it up like a BOGO from Dick's Sporting Goods, but this thing has caught its fair share of crappie. I've caught 2 this evening. 1 small largemouth bass. I even caught an alligator with this thing too. So like I also got a kayak that I was debating to get on this evening, but this stays out by the water, so it's just easy just to walk out and get on it. If it's not pushed off the bank lately, people either been using it but they don't set it up properly, so then it like drifts off and floats either in the middle of the pond or it's on the opposite side. And I'm just not trying to walk that far. No, Sean, I am in North Carolina. I'll be dropping a video probably within like the week. Me and my homie A went fishing yesterday. It's crazy. You fish the same spots, get no results, only then to fish it, and then you're having the most amazing catch. Like he caught I didn't catch anything, but I was the best net guy you can have. He caught a 18-inch. It was like at least 3.5 pound black drum that we kept. And then caught a 24-inch red drum that was like pushing almost 6 pounds. It was windy too. I was trying to see if we can catch some blue crabs. That didn't work out. I don't know why. Nothing was even trying to touch the chicken. It was weird. And plus it was extremely windy, and it was like, even in the no wake area where we were fishing at, there was like white caps in the basin, and it was like, let's just call it quits and maybe try to fish off the dock and drop a line in the, off the docks that had been on the boat. And then we just went to a spot, just say, let's try here. And it arguably was the most fun we had. It was crazy. We were like I think we were under 5 feet of water where he caught the fish at. Squeaky fam, man. I've caught 3 so far. 3. Through 2 bass or no, 1 bass, 2 crappies. So, trying to work on number 4 here. Got a little bit of breeze pushing me now, but that's one thing I don't like about this boat. unless you're trying to work out, it, it, it will, it's difficult to steer when there's some wind. But I do have that anchor now, this DIY anchor that I use for the kayak, and I think it's pretty solid. So I'm pretty sure I can find some way to, I know what I got to do. I probably got to attach a cleat to this boat here to make it work. Nah, I call it the duck boat, but it's not. Just an old-fashioned tandem pedal boat. They used to keep these things out at the lake at Carolina Beach, and I guess the pond or the lake that it was on, I guess it wasn't safe for people to be on it because it was starting to get really shallow and it's really muddy. And so they were like, if anyone can pick it up, come get them. They had a bunch of them. They even had like quad ones, which obviously that's too big for something I need back here. They had some kayaks. I even think they even had paddle boards, but it didn't last long. And a lot of them weren't even that great condition. I had to like find the one I wanted, claim it, and then somehow get my truck backed up to be able to get it on the truck without somebody trying to take it as their own. But this thing has worked out really nicely. I had to clean it up a little bit because it had all these barnacles on the bottom of it. But this has been a sleeper boat for sure. There's another one over here that's a blue boat that I'll get on sometimes, but that's a little more manpower. Unless I have the motor. Which I should ask my neighbor about that, because it's his boat, it's his motor. And then I do have a John boat in the backyard that's not being used because that needs some love. And I would love that. That's gonna be a little project at some point. When, I don't know, but that's the intent. And then for saltwater fishing, I have a 21-foot Carolina skiff that I keep in the water. So that's why you'll see me sometimes out there. Like, I'm only 10 minutes from the beach, so. And your boy got his, I got a 6-pack license, so I was able to even start my own charter business. So if you're doing something you love, it's never really work. That's what I'm trying to get to with this here, so. Again, what's crazy, I was honestly, like 40 minutes ago, I had no intentions of even going live and trying to fish. But I managed to catch 3 fish. There's days I come out here, I don't catch anything, not even a bite. I appreciate the positive vibes. It definitely can be a grind sometime, but I've seen the growth, and it's only just beginning, I feel like. Slushy, I appreciate the sub. Thank you. No, you're right. Again, what's great, like yesterday, we were fishing. I didn't go live while we were fishing yesterday, but I had my 360 set up, my Insta360 camera set up. I was wearing my GoPro. My buddy A was wearing the other GoPro camera. And I kid you not, neither one of us was recording for the red drum or the black drum that he caught. The only saving grace was the 360 was sitting in the fishing rod holder, and the battery was still good, like it, because sometimes that thing will run, and was able to capture the footage that way, which that's probably gonna be my go-to besides wearing a chest mount or this neck camera mount that I normally wear with my phone or my my GoPro. But like that at least I was able to have that in hand while also being the net guy, because that's all I was. I was just taking you to the spot, and he was doing the hard work. And then we brought it back and blackened it and enjoyed it with some Asian noodles. Yo, 603. We're at 3 right now. It was 3 under 25 minutes, which is pretty damn good by my standards. All on the crankbait. I only brought the one pole. All right, let's see if we can go a different spot. Let's push along this bank here. I'm not gonna lie, the evenings is really nice out here. And we've been having some really windy days the past couple of days. It just made it not enjoy it. Like my trolling motor on the boat was shutting off because it was like overworking at a 10. That's how windy and the current was pushing. Oh, it is. I'm telling, like, again, I was sitting there having dinner. I was on the phone with my buddy, and he's like, man, it's only like less than 10 steps. You should go live, go fish. I was like, but I don't want to. But I caught 3 fish now, so you know what? I feel like things just sometimes work out the way they work out. And what's crazy, yesterday, we were supposed to fish probably like an hour earlier, but he had some things he had to do. So we had like a late start. But I was telling him, like, if you think about it, like if we were an hour earlier like we had intended, we probably wouldn't even been at the spot where we caught the fish, and just wouldn't have the footage, but also wouldn't been able to have keepers that we were able to bring back into the cooler and enjoy later that evening. So it's just like, man, it's okay if things don't go as planned or being spontaneous with it. You just never know what might happen. Facts. So we got, what do we have back here? There is largemouth bass. There are mud catfish, is what I believe them to be. There's garfish, though I've never caught one of them, but that's some people have shared with me. There are, though it's not a fish, they're alligators. There's crappie. What kind of crappie, I don't know. Probably need to look that up and see. But there's crappie. Then there's really big carp back here. That's the only fish I know that is put in the pond for stocking. Not for stocking, but to address algae or grass around the pond, like vegetation management. Am I forgetting anything else? Catfish, bass. I did stock the pond with some channel catfish. I put like 50 back here. I'm hoping to do that like twice a year if I can. I just gotta get my money right. My wife would kill me if she knew I was just buying a bunch of fish to put back here. There's American eel. Caught one of those guys before. There's actually blue crabs back here too. You'll see them like walking along the bank sometimes while you're like just in the water. It's pretty wild. And for those who might be new here, like my house is like right there off in the distance where like I can cast a line into the retention pond that's like right behind it. So most days I'm out here in the morning. I'm out here in the afternoon. Usually 8:30 is when I'm normally on the water, with school being, school in, or I'm on here like, around like 4:15, 4:30. Once everyone's home, unless I got to go to some kind of game or have other commitments that won't allow me to get on. But now that we have longer days, like here, 7:44, I can get out a little bit later and fish. I can go down to the dock. I can get on the boat, have a couple hours of daylight where I can try some inshore fishing. Struggle, man. What's going on? Hope you're doing all right today. Yeah, you'll never hear me complaining. I'm fortunate enough. 10 steps to fish here, 10 minutes to fish, get into some salt water. Like yesterday was just random. I'm like, yeah, let's go fishing. My man pulls up a slotted red drum, a nice red drum. I'm pretty sure I saw one that I tried sight casting into, but I just couldn't hook onto it. Slushy probably tomorrow morning, probably around like 8:30. I don't have basketball in the mornings, so I might get a little bit up early. I got to see what the weather's hitting on. I might even try to go down to the boat and maybe do some saltwater fishing for a little bit. I've been trying to do a better job canvassing the spot, see what's going on. And all I've been using for saltwater fishing has just been fresh shrimp. Bait has not quite come in like that yet, so the finger mullet or the menhaden have not been in the areas where I usually would catch them easily. But that's going to start happening soon. It just depends on how lazy I might feel. Because like I said, I either will decide to hop on and come out here, or might just get on the boat and hop in the truck, go down to the marina. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, my hopes is at some point. And then obviously I do work full time, but my schedule does allow me to have a little bit of flexibility. Just got to get the work done. And it's nothing for me to step out for, an hour, try to fish. It doesn't take all day. I know if I can't catch anything, I'll live to fight another day. So I might even try like a evening stream if I can get enough. I gotta just figure out the lighting, which I think I got enough. Those these nice Costco lantern lights to try to do some like late fishing out on the blue boat. It's the only way that would work. See what kind of fish I might be able to get on here in the nighttime. I've yet to do that. Here we go. Usually I catch some fish on this spot over here. Let's see. Nicholas, what's good? Fishing's been straight, man. I've caught 3. It's slowed down a little bit now, but I've caught 3 fish in under 25 minutes earlier. 2 bass. Yeah, I keep saying 2 bass. 1 bass. And 2 crappies. I think it's a KVD Colt. I have to check later on and see. Cause I'm gonna get another one because I have a feeling I'm gonna lose it. But it's by Strike King, and it was a deal because I got it on sale. Because I think it was like, again, buy one get one free. So I just bought a bunch of tackle. But I've been trying to mix it up and try different lures. Like I've been throwing a whopper plopper in the morning. That's been sucking. Like I might need to try. I'm not gonna give up on it, but I just don't know if top water, we're here for top water yet. I think we might need a little more time before that starts happening. Three in 30 minutes today, right now. Which I know that's unheard of. I mean, I've done it before, but it's been a while. Oh, for sure. This thing has done. I'm impressed. It has caught so many fish. Well worth the money I spent, which wasn't even a lot. Now, I will say I did have I had an Ozark Trail, like a translucent white crankbait that actually did really well until I lost it. I'm pretty sure I lost it on the bank. The only way I'll lose something is if I throw it into a tree. If I throw it and it gets hung up on a branch on the water or something like that, I'm hopping in the boat. I'm getting it back. Nothing. We don't lose tackle out here. Bro, don't do that. You gotta get back out there then, man. 10 years is a long time. And don't sell your gear. Don't do that. I would have thought there'd be more fish jumping around, though. I feel like there's a lot more bugs on the water. Typically that's what I fish for. But the other day, like I was throwing with fresh shrimp that we had left over from saltwater fishing, and did catch catfish. I've caught bluegill with it before. I was just trying to see what was gonna hit on it. But back here, I primarily fish for bass. I'm trying to catch a big bass and kind of hone my skills here. Like I said, this is off the backyard, so I'm trying to like hone my skills with freshwater fishing because there's so much to learn. Same thing with saltwater fishing, so that's one of my challenges this year, to really like step up my game, and to the point where like even though I do know how to fish and I feel pretty comfortable with the techniques that I use, and I've caught some really great fish, some big fish. I feel like I'm barely dipping my toes in it, so I plan on like linking up with some charters just to learn, ask questions, and fortunate enough I got some people that are willing to take me out, especially when they have a slow day. They have nothing going on, but they're gonna be on the water anyways. And like, so here where I'm located at, so at least in my neighborhood there are 5, I think there are like 5 or 6 ponds, and there's tons of alligators and all. Like there's alligators in all these ponds. It's crazy. I don't know why most of these residential neighborhoods just in general have signage of possible alligators, if not alligators living there. But you know, I primarily when I'm saltwater fishing, I stick to inshore, and but again, it's like a 5-minute boat ride to go out the inlet. You know, you're in the Atlantic Ocean, deeper water. Obviously, not the Gulf, but you don't have to go that far. Like people have been catching Atlantic bonita, like a mile or a few off the offshore, and then we have the Cape Fear River, which has a lot of options, inland, coastal inland to like inland waters that you can fish. That I don't know that well, and that's something I would like to be able to get better at, understand. Let's see. So Nicholas, live shrimp, I love live shrimp, but you got to be a baller or have a hookup, because who's gonna pay $1 a shrimp? I know at the rate I lose those bad boys, I would be broke. That's what I'm trying to get my hookups. I'm hoping if I go to place enough and get bait all the time, they'll be like, all right, we got you. Throw a few extra ones here and there. PBR bass, honestly, this is all just a feeling thing. Like I caught a big one like a few years back, and I want to say it's probably was like maybe 5 pounds. It had a little bit of fat belly on it. I haven't had one since in like years. So that's what I'm trying to chase back here, because I know there's some big fish back here. But I did purchase a nice digital scale that I plan on using. I mean, you're not wrong, 25, but that's like, you're going to be out of the game pretty quick. Especially if you have nonsense eating your bait. But live bait is king. I prefer live bait over anything, because, yeah, it just clears out some of the fish that you don't want to catch, which are pinfish, croaker. But again, fresh shrimp. Yo, my boy caught a 24-inch red drum. This thing was nice. It was nice. I came, like, it was heck of a fight. And then an 18-inch black drum, all on fresh shrimp. I don't. I never use that app. I've thought about it. Like a 5-hour drive or 5 hours just to catch 25 fish. Oh, that breeze is cool. I think I've seen like ads for it whenever I'm like, on the like IG or something like that, but I've never downloaded it. I might check it out though. I definitely will check it out. You piqued my interest now about it, at least. Yeah, that's one thing too. I told myself I gotta make sure. I'm really just dragging up nonsense now. I want to make sure I'm tracking what I'm catching. But also, if I had to take people fishing, I want to be able to I haven't quite figured out how to approach that with individuals if I take them on charters. Not everybody's comfortable with being on camera, but I feel like everybody wants to be able to see their catch. I feel like that's something that you want to be able to share, look back. So I feel like that's a win-win. And if I can remove the audio and just add some music to it, and it should be okay with that. Interesting. So how you sell shrimp by the pint if it's fresh, if it's live shrimp? I mean, at least here in North Carolina, they're doing it you're paying by the shrimp. So like a dozen is $12. And you're not you're gonna at least get 2 dozen. So you're gonna definitely set back $25. But I do feel like a sheep's head situation need to be happening here soon, as well as some blue crabs. All right, all right. All right, y'all. I'm losing daylight here. Your boy's about to relax for the evening, but I plan on being back tomorrow. Bright-eyed, bushy tail. I'm not sure. It'll be a game time decision whether I'll be back here or maybe I might be on the skiff trying to let my hands saltwater fishing. So it might be a little delay, but I'm going to be on and just hanging out on the boat, trying to catch some fish, trying some spots. I'm going to check the weather, see how, hopefully if it's not windy. If it's windy, probably not, but I'm going to be back one way or another. So make sure y'all hit that like button, and if you haven't already, check out the channel, watch some of the videos, please share. Sharing is caring. That's what I tell my kids. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But also, if y'all like, I don't even think I put it, but like if you fish and you like to want to record yourself, I can't say how much I like this thing here. I've tried tons of camera mounts, and I'm just not trying to gatekeep. Like I've literally have tons of camera mounts that I've used, tried, chesty mount, and nothing works better like this here. So yeah, why? I'm about to come in, so all right. My kid's hollering at me. I will catch you guys the next time on here. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Thanks for the support. Until next time, peace out, y'all.